Alright guys, so here we are, 2 days left in the year. We procrastinated enough, so that's what today's about. We're gonna put 1,200 pounds of Quikrete on the side of the dock. I've been staring at it every day. I've been procrastinating for 3 weeks on it. So bam, we're gonna do that. We're gonna fix this bathtub, that's huge. Man, sometimes you just have to bow up and do it. Then the next thing, we're gonna cut this plug out with a dryer so Sarah quits yelling at me. Paint the trim in this house, seal it. Heck, this is a great place to have a job site. So we're gonna try to get everything done in the next 2 days so that by New Year's, I can start catching up on all the other crap that I have to do. I got 2 boathouses to move in the harbor. I got that boathouse that we're building now. It's time to get going on it. People's oil changes, gear loops, 3-year services, stuff that I've just been putting off. So procrastination day's over and it's time to get on it, doggone it. Here we go. Y'all ready? Let's do some work.
First up today was leveling out our dock. Y'all may remember these 80-pound Quikrete bags from a recent episode when we began this project. As a reminder, when you add weight to a dock, it typically takes a little while to actually see how the wood bends and what the long-term effect will be. So here we are a few weeks later making some final adjustments based on the changes we saw from the first go-round.
It's like what?
A big fat baby.
I don't know what kind of babies you're lifting.
All right, everybody, we're back for round 2 of our Quikrete. What's happened is our house is so heavy, it's pushing down more than that float. And we're not off a lot in our calculations. We're literally an inch off, and we can see the inch back here. You can see where this board's still straight, and that board, this is where the docks come up. These timber locks have bent over time, so the docks come up that much there. And that's what we're trying to work back out.
Lift from the legs.
Alright, we need to find 80-pound bags of Quikrete that weigh 20. Everybody asks, why don't we use rocks? Well, rocks don't fit in the hole evenly, and we can get 1,200 pounds in here with bags that are perfectly square and even. We'll put them in, they fit right in between the joists. And if you ever look up Quikrete walls, people just take these bags and build a wall out of them and let the rain harden and make the Quikrete. The bag decomposes, and then you have a solid rock of concrete. It's not harming the lake, it's not doing anything, it's literally going to turn into a rock. So over time, as the rain goes through the dock boards and wets that bag will decompose, and that Quikrete will just become a damn rock.
Cinder block.
Yeah, cinder block. If you put rocks in here, I ain't getting the same amount of weight out of those rocks as this. This is uniform. If you want to use rocks, that's fine. It was just recommended by a dock builder, and it's way more precise. So what we got to do now is wait, because you're not just going to bend it back right off the bat. It takes a little time for the wood to start bending. We figured out we had a small leak with our shower drain, so we're going to get this fixed so that we're not putting our shower water in the lake. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough. Main concern that it was dripping down and the water was going on our wood, and we want to keep our wood as dry as possible. So we're going to clean this off, fix it, put a union on it, and redo it. We need to get this cleaner around the inside of that pipe, so we might have to tape a stick to that or something. There's our contraption. We want to get a good seal. This is PVC cleaner. You got 2 things you got to use. You got to use a cleaner, and then you use a glue. Then you got so long to put it down in there and seal it, and that glue hardens up. Once it gets dried out here in a little bit, we're going to cut the pipe, put the union on it. We're going to glue the piece in the floor that we can see, and where this glues in will be up above the floor, so we know we get it this time. Then when it's drying, you get some measurements.
Before, we had these underneath the tub, and They're just a little bit too shallow, I guess you would say. So we're getting some thicker boards to give it a little bit more space between the tub and the ground, which will therefore tell us how we gotta cut this. Is that what you're gonna use to cut out our outlet?
Yes.
Or unbury it?
Yes, that's my new toy. You know what we need?
What?
At the marina, I have that sealer that you put in a crack to keep the cold air and to keep the bugs out.
I gotta say, you know, it's very inconvenient doing any project out here. We're so far away from any hardware store or town or anything like that, but it would be 10 times more inconvenient if we didn't have access to the marina like we do with Brandon working there, because he keeps so many tools there for the stuff they have to do that we can kind of, you know, co-op for our own uses too. So that is a huge help. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is what he was talking about. I hope. It's pretty cool. Nice little setup you got here. I like your little homemade palette. What does it look like?
I think it's gonna work.
Okay, so the wood here, the little black pieces on our homemade palette, is ever so slightly warped, and it's making the tub wobble. And we just chose this because it was laying around the marina and we could reclaim it instead of having to go to the store. You can just see, looking straight down it, look how twisted it is. Could we just go get new lumber? Yes. Are we gonna extend this project into tomorrow in order to do that? No. So I have this idea to basically screw it into the trim board there so it can't wobble.
Don't worry, those are galvanized screws. Oh yeah.
Did I have a good idea?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
You're a builder. Pretty solid, doesn't move
Very
either.
solid. That doesn't like.
Hey, don't try to tear it up.
Yeah.
Okay, check.
Now, for the long-awaited unburying of the second outlet that we accidentally paneled over when building this place. Quick backstory in case you missed it. This is really embarrassing, but I think you guys will get a kick out of it. I don't know how this happened, but I can't imagine that we forgot to put an outlet over there, but there's no outlet back there. We had to run this extension cord for our washer dryer. If one of y'all found yourselves with absolutely nothing better to do one day and had the urge to go back through our old videos of the build series and take a look at whether or not there is an outlet back there, I would be eternally grateful. And wouldn't you know it, shout out to Jason for coming through for us on this one.
So those white strips, man, that's telling us the top and the bottom. So really all we gotta do is find one side.
I'm so happy about this. I'm so sick of using that extension cord.
Alright, man.
I'm so happy. What? How can I help?
Let me see my little cut tool and go flip all the breakers off.
Off. Off. Off. Off.
See, I felt some resistance.
Oh God. What made this look so easy?
He's a professional.
I know.
The black wire goes to gold like black gold. That's easy to remember. And
Texas tea.
wrap that around your screw, and the bend goes in the direction that you're tightening. If I'm turning the bolt this way, my hook is in the same direction, so as I turn it helps tighten it. This wire, the bare copper wire, goes to the green. It's probably your ground or whatever. Heck, y'all can come up with whatever you want to call that stuff.
We're gonna get in trouble. Somebody's gonna be like, you can't be telling people just to do whatever they want with electricity.
Alright, don't do whatever you want with electricity.
The ding-dong tomfoolery continues. I don't know why we thought that was right for that. We need the square one.
I might have one here.
That actually could be true. Ugh. Again, not going back to the hardware store today. So, shall we rummage in this mess that is supposed to be our toolbox? Is it this?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Looks good to me. That's right. Let's take that extension cord back to the Ramina. Don't need her no more.
All this to do laundry.
So, with our bathroom projects and dock leveling done, we called it a day. A good night's rest was in order before hitting the ground running to finish out our end-of-year list the following day.
I know what Paul Bunyan felt like when that machine came and took over his job cutting down the trees. Because I'm the best paint shaker.
This side of the Mississippi.
This side of the Mississippi. No light toe today. So guys, when we did this house, we obviously decided to save money and get our trim boards not primed. We just got raw trim boards. And in true let's get her done fashion, we just put 2 or 3 coats of paint over them. And so the knots have decided to show their little heads. So easy fix, just takes a little time. We're gonna redo all the trim in the house here.
Don't swish my lip. Can you hang it somewhere?
Where, baby?
On the barnwood.
Well, I'm trying to paint the trim.
Well, I'm trying to keep that plant alive.
Well, good. There.
Go on.
So we're gonna put a coat of Kills or Vinegar over all the boards, and then we'll go back and paint them. And over time, it's been 6 months, you can see fingerprints on the white. We're just gonna spend a little bit of time to make it look right.
This is the kind of stuff that isn't structurally important, it's just aesthetics, and on a normal house you could probably go another 10 years and not really have to worry about it getting much worse, but on a boat, everything degrades a lot quicker, so it could be maybe 2 years before that just looks disgusting, so we're just gonna get ahead of it now. New year, same maintenance.
Well, every time I see the sun, a rooster crows for days. And every time I see that gal, she always looks away. Hell, she always looks away. Hold on, baby, just hold on. I'll be coming home, back where I belong. Hold on, baby, baby, just hold on. Sunday morning meeting time, I hear them church bells ring. Y'all seen them late last night, go out and shake that thing. They went out and shake that thing. Oh, hold on, baby, just hold on.
Time for our weekly pump out. Whew, as pleasant as it is watching them pump poop, I'm freezing. I'm going back inside.
You start seeing them air bubbles, all it's doing is circulating air. It ain't really sucking nothing. It only. We had such an amazing response to our Patreon. We were really amazed at everybody that came over and did it. That's really cool. We want to give a shout out to a couple of names that went to captain status.
Hello.
Hello, Steve Joyner.
Steve Joyner, John Lai.
John
Lai. And Kevin Hildebrand.
Yes, guys, wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wow.
So cool to see it, that people want a little more inside action. I believe
excited to keep posting more videos on there.
We got some of these SPF Keeping Afloat shirts made, or SPF hoodies made that we're sending you guys. We got the koozies made that we're sending out. So it's coming. Sarah might put a pop-up of the design we're putting on these. But yeah, pretty damn cool, dude.
Really appreciate it. That was a great way to start our new year. We feel just enthusiastic and excited to keep making videos for y'all.
That's right. Which we were going to do anyways, but we really appreciate the little extra.
Hello.
Put a little bump in the trunk. Boom.
Love y'all. Mwah.